of our local, our regional and our international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing us here at Real TV, where we bring reality to you. My dear friends, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy. Get your pen, get your notebook, Real TV, so you can take notes on important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and producing, we've got with us Mr. Robert Batiste, and also in Master Control, we've got with us Raul and Nathaniel. On behalf of the team, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a beautiful, blessed, productive and great day today. Happy Thursday. I trust all is well, you're safe, you're happy, you're in good health, and you're having yourself a beautiful day, reminding you life is what you make of it. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours, that someone special. Don't take your loved ones for granted. Don't take tomorrow for granted. I'll tell you why. Tomorrow is not promised, all right? So today is a very special day in the world. It's known as International Children's Day. And children are the bright sparks of our future, curious, joyful, and full of promise. Today we celebrate their wonder, their dreams, and the magic they bring to our world. Let's guide them, protect them, and help them shine. Happy, happy Children's Day 2025 to all of the flowers of our nation. The youth today is certainly going to be, the leaders of tomorrow. So we need to understand our role as adults to inculcate the right morals and values. As we say, Happy Children's Day, and let children be children. Yeah, thank you for that. And let's quickly go to our quote for today, please. Every child is a small light with a big destiny. Nurture that glow and watch the world get brighter. Yes, every child is a light. Every child that's born is a miracle. Now that came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Let's go to the ad, please.
The Fab India Expo announces its after Diwali sale. As we approach closing, enjoy store-wide discounts on all your favorite items. Plus, don't miss the Meat Festival at Zyka Restaurant, featuring delicious Indian-style curries and grilled meats. Hurry, the Fab India Expo closes on November 9th. Fab India Expo, opposite Medford Gas Station in Chaguanas.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
It's the Mid-Center Mall Christmas Market from December 5th to the 28th. Experience the magic of the season with over 300 local and international merchants, multiple restaurants, and daily stage performances. Fun for the entire family with a bouncy castle for the kids and the perfect place for Christmas shopping. The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Market, where the spirit of Christmas comes alive.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. To all of our local, our regional, and our international viewers, thank you so much for choosing us. For those of you on Tego, the app, remember to download it and take Real TV with you in real time, anytime, so you can't miss out on the fabulous programming that we've got as we continue to reach out and transform lives by giving you the right information. And as I always say to you, knowledge is power. This morning, I am in conversation with a true son of this soil. I'm speaking of Rion Elborn. And let's say good morning and a warm welcome. Now, he's an artist, he's a songwriter, but he's certainly going to tell us about the other strengths that he has. Good morning and welcome. I'm good, thank you, on top of the world. You know, more than welcome. You know, I always like to highlight positive people. People who can continue to inspire, who can motivate. People like your good self with very humble beginnings emerged to be leaders, strong people that influence people in a positive way, but still maintain how humble and I think that is extremely important. Now, if you could tell us a little bit about some of your strengths, the many hats that you wear.
Well, I mean, coming up from young, I kind of more or less went into the normal things that anybody would go to. I kind of did a lot of, like after school, I did a lot of like normal factory work and, you know, odd jobs, stuff like that. But I always had a passion for music.
Yeah.
And the passion that I had for music, as it grew, it kind of led me into other sectors of the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
So I would have, over time, learn how to produce, learn how to become a recording engineer. I do a bit of mixing and mastering as well. I also do songwriting for myself and for other artists.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, camera work, audio work, just in the field of the entertainment. Yeah, performing artists. Yeah, that's my.
You know, I like that. When I talk about humble beginnings, you're not afraid to say you did what you had to do to survive.
Oh yeah, most
You worked in
definitely.
your little factories. You'd work.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't sit idly by and wait on hands out. You got up and you got out there
Even
and you
going to
started
school,
working. Yeah.
Even going to school, I wasn't able to have all the nice things that all my friends would have. So
Yeah.
from a very young age, from Caroni, I would have plant cane and cut cane for a little change every now and again. I would have fish in the river. I would have plant dashing pumpkin, yam, cassava, shadowberry, everything, you know. I mean, go to the road sell. I would have walked with a suitcase at Avon around distributing to my neighbors, you know what I mean. Just finding a way to get an income for myself,
Yeah.
also for my family, and just to make sure that I could be comfortable. So I guess from a young age, more or less, I was more or less developing into a young entrepreneur.
I think so. I believe you always had that desire for growth and success. I would say to you, what I admire is that you didn't sit idly by and wait. You got up and you make things happen. And that is what helped to mold you and create you into the ambitious young man that you are today. And I think the younger ones need to really look and observe that this man, he got up and he did what he had to do to make things happen. You sell your Avon products, you did your
Everything.
gardening. So you know, and you know, you have many talents in the sense that if you have a backup plan. If something should happen,
Definitely.
you're a man of the world. You understand the way
Yeah.
things work.
I mean, I kind of more or less from a younger age look at it and said, I don't really want to be the guy that works from now till 60 to then retire to then try to figure out what I like and what are my passions, stuff like that. So yes, I would have to start off working for people, but the main goal is to develop the concept of being able to retire by 40, 45 with passions already aligned with me.
Yeah.
So that I could more or less live the rest of my life just following those passions, fulfilling my little purpose, you know, that kind of way. So I guess it's strength to strength, step to step, but you had to start somewhere.
Yes.
Because it don't just fall in your lap just like that.
Exactly. You have to go after for what you want.
Definitely.
You know, you say something that's extremely important, and I think a lot of us get so caught up in working and trying to pay our bills and not just fulfilling our desires but also trying to provide for our loved ones, meaning our family, trying to be able to give them a better life than what we experienced.
Yeah.
And I think when you talk about people work until they're very old or older, hoping that then they will probably decide to live life.
Yeah.
But it's about enjoying the journey as well.
And not just live life. I mean, you could get to that stage and accumulate a lot of funds, a lot of wealth, a lot of success, but that might be career-wise. What about figuring out yourself?
Exactly. And a lot of people do that, and I'll tell you what happened. They compromise their health or they compromise certain things along the journey. They make all these sacrifices, and when they get to that age and they think, all right, I'm going to go on a cruise, I'm going to enjoy life now, I'm going to do things, because their health is compromised and many other factors may fall into place.
Definitely.
So in as much as we have our goals and we work hard towards it, I also believe we need to strike a balance and be able to enjoy the journey as well.
Definitely. And a lot of that for me comes with planning. It comes with having a goal.
Yeah.
Because if you know what the goal is, then you take steps to get to that goal.
Yeah.
So if you, like for me, I know that I teach, as well. So I always tell the students and I tell the kids or whatever, like, take 5 days, take 7 days to write down 5 things that you like. That you could do from now until the day you die, and every day you get up to do it, it wouldn't really feel like you're working, but the income will still be coming. And that's where more or less you can start to develop these passions, things that really resonate with you.
Yeah.
So like for me, one of them is cooking. Yeah, so I recently opened a kitchen.
Nice.
Yeah, I did that for a year.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my passions.
Yeah.
I also always loved real estate, so I kind of got into a bit of that as well, and I
Yeah.
have like 1-2 apartments, with tenants now, and so that a little passive income could always come in, but I'm still connected to the things that I know that I love. Yeah.
You're putting things in place for the future.
Definitely.
You're putting things in place for the days that we're hit with a storm, or the unexpected things that all right, I have a backup plan. And I think I applaud you for doing that, because not many people know the art of balance and the art of working towards how do I earn an extra income, or how do I put things in place to be able to pay the bills, or to go on a vacation, or to something happen and your health is compromised, you have that money put away there. And I think that is important that we, and it's something that is also very important that we teach our youth.
Definitely.
What would you say, or who would you say contributed for the way that you think? And making these decisions, because you had to see some example, you had to see someone, or you had to be part of it to understand the dynamics of it. Who would you say would be responsible for helping you to develop yourself?
I mean, first and foremost, the Almighty Father, because none of my days don't really start without prayer. That's like, as I open my eyes, I feel guilty if I do anything else before praying, because I believe that is a serious part of the foundation. Even as to start the day with positivity, to put out your little affirmations, to talk to the Almighty and have that communication. But I would still say, happy belated International Men's Day to all the men out there.
Yesterday,
Yesterday.
yes, certainly.
And I'd say that because there are a lot of male figures in my life that helped me reach to where I am today, because I grew up without my father.
Okay.
And then kind of more or less got to know him later on in life, close to his passing.
Yeah.
But we still had that. But through the period of maybe the first 20-something years of my life, I never really had a figure in my life to guide me and show me
Would you say a male figure? Or
a male figure,
okay,
a male figure.
Yeah. What about the influence of your mother in your life?
It is very strong, yes, but she as well always tried to make a better life for us. So she was always in and out of the country, trying to maybe get us there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the patriotism in my heart growing too much, where I don't want to leave my country.
You're Trinity to the bone.
Straight up,
Nice.
So, I guess like after secondary school, one of my main role models and father figures would be a guy by the name of Robin Foster.
Yeah.
Robin Foster is one of the first people that I met who had a proper recording studio when I knew nothing about music.
Yeah.
And he opened his place to me, and I was able to sit and learn and grow with the company, and I started to work for him as well, and he taught me a lot to do with yes, the entertainment industry, all aspects. He introduced me to so many different people, Tricanal, Wendelman, Warren, Stanton, Cooley, David, Brother, and a whole plethora of other people who I was able to look at and learn from.
Nice.
But also, even though he had that level of molding, I guess, in terms of me and my career, just within being a man, he would show me certain things. As well.
You see.
So I always say Robin Foster is my foster father.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
he's definitely one of the main pillars in my life in terms
Nice.
of the man who I am today, definitely.
Great. And it's nice that you could acknowledge that and
Yeah.
understand the influence he had.
Yeah.
And I would say a positive one.
Yeah.
This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with this true son of this soil, Rion Elborn, artist, singer, and so much more. When we return, stay with us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
I'm Smith. Have you ever wondered what a man is thinking? Have you ever wondered why a man does what he does? Well, join us on our new show called A Man's Perspective, right here on Real TV on Mondays 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., where we discuss just that. The points, the clues to get into a man's mind, right here on Real TV, bringing reality to you.
Welcome to the Power Play, the most exciting period in sport. Join us every Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. as we bring to you all things sport. We break down football, cricket, basketball, all the latest sports in the Caribbean and of course across the world. Right here on Real TV, your station for local sport. Real to the heart, local to the core.
Get ready to party with a purpose. The GMVS Community Parent Support Group presents Party with a Purpose, the Cooler Fete, fully AC activated and sailing aboard the Harbor Master on Friday, December 12th, 2025. Boarding starts at 7:30 p.m. We sail from 8 to 11 p.m. and it's just $250. Bring your cooler and your crew, but remember, no glass and no firearms. It's good vibes only as we party for a cause. Music by DJs Doll, Smalls, and Chunks, featuring Rihanna Gopal, Amit Suknanan, Rishi Singh, Suresh Miraj, the original Pumping in the Sandman, and Tracy D. For tickets, call Crystal at 379-9248. That's Party with a Purpose, the Cooler Fete. Cool vibes, warm hearts, and all for a good cause.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To all of our local, regional, and international viewers, thank you so much for choosing us, allowing us to influence you in a very positive way, adding value to our programming. And of course, today I'm in conversation with Rion Elborn, and I'm going to ask Robert to please take over Master Control at this time. Thank you so much. Robert, I'll be a little more comfortable if you can take over, please. Thank you. Rion Elborn, a son of this soil. He is an artist and songwriter. And so, talking to us about his journey, his life, the choices he made and the outcome, the investments he made with his time, his life, and of course the goals that he certainly set and achieving them. I want to go down a little bit because you've done a lot of different things, but your passion is singing. You're an artist.
Yeah,
you love to sing.
Love.
not everybody could sing, you know, we have bathroom singers and we right? Tell me, when did you identify that you love to sing and you'd like to sing, and who was the one that perhaps saw that gift in you?
Oh, that would most likely be my sister.
Oh.
Yeah, so my sister is 7 years older than me.
Yeah.
And as I said, I didn't grow up with my father.
You're right.
And it's only after his passing, I kind of more or less realized how much of my family on his side of the family were musicians, songwriters. So all the time, like for all the amount of time in my life, I didn't know where it came from in me.
Yeah.
But I always remember when I was younger, my sister, she always loved to sing.
Yeah.
So maybe the first studio I actually ever been to in my life was like a real vague memory that I could have of me being in a studio with my sister.
Yeah.
And she attempting to sing and maybe have a career as well.
Yeah.
And because of that, she always used to sing, but encouraged me to sing with her, but not just sing with her. Like if she sings this key, sing this key, or sing this key, so that I could always harmonize and stuff. And I guess I kind of had a little liking for it at that point in time. I guess when the real passion came, you know, they say birds of a feather flock together, you know?
Yeah.
So when I went to secondary school,
Yeah.
and I didn't used to write songs and things as yet, but
Yeah.
I loved music, so I could recite a lot of songs that they were popular at the point in
Yeah.
time. And people always used to ask me to sing this song and sing that song, and
Yeah.
then I also used to beat the desk a lot. So we more or less became the center of attention every lunchtime, every break time, every free period. We would always be beating the desk and singing and making up songs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And that's where I met. I went to El Dorado Secondary Comprehensive.
Right.
And that's where I met a lot of like-minded people where the music was concerned. So from there, like as the technology evolved, we were able to start to record a couple of songs on our own. Not the best of quality, but just to have it done, and then we'd carry it back in school and make CDs, and people would buy it. And I guess like at that point is when I realized there's something more to this. This could develop into something greater.
Yeah.
Because we have ideas that exist in our heads that we alone know exist. And we would go to a place, and 2-3 hours later we would leave with those ideas actually out in the public tangibly on a CD. And then
I like the fact that you were in secondary school and you were already thinking very innovative and very outside of the box. Yes, you recognize, hey, I have a talent and I like to sing, but you capitalize on the fact that you went out there and did CDs and sell.
Yeah, definitely.
So you became a businessman.
Yeah, I had to, because we would have music classes and stuff in school.
Yeah.
But I was always stressed on, like, you need to talk to the students and find out like what they like, so that you could kind of mold them the right way, because even the theoretical part of music is still not something that I'm fully abreast on and aware of.
You're still learning,
I'm still learning.
We all still learn every day.
But other aspects of it, so I might not really like the music class that much when it comes to the theory, but when it comes to the practical, I'm writing the song, we singing it, fellas, we doing it, so girls, well, they sing this part. So I kind of identified that. But as I said, like when we saw the taxi drivers who dropping the children up to school playing the songs that we sing, and then when we go to school, people want these songs to buy and that kind of stuff, is when I guess the gears more or less started to turn into, maybe we could turn this passion of ours could turn into something that put bread and butter on the table.
Yeah, but you also recognize that I've got a talent and people like what I do. People respect what I do. They're playing my songs.
Yeah.
It means that they recognize that, you know, I'm gifted.
I mean, and even at that point in time, and over a period, a couple of years after that as well, yeah, we would realize it, but we would never confirm with ourselves that this is who we are, you know? Somebody say, oh, that song is nice, and we always be like, yeah, we're trying a thing. Yeah, we trying a thing.
Yeah.
Until like time passed, and I remember it was Stanton Curie from Chicanal, after performing in Queen's Hall, and I came off the stage, and you don't really get standing ovation and thing, and them kind of, that's a seated kind of environment.
Yeah.
And people were up, and you know, and I came off the stage very humbly, and he was like, boy, you mash up tonight.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, you don't know, I'm trying nothing.
Yeah.
And he hold me, and he said, you had to stop saying that. You're not trying nothing. You're doing nothing. This is you. And I guess like from that point on, when you ask me who I am, before I would say, well, I work for so-and-so and I ding and ding, but I like music.
Yeah.
I started to flip that around and I said, like, who are you? And I said, like, I am a songwriter, I'm a producer, I'm a recording engineer,
Yeah.
but I also work at so-so-so.
Nice.
You know, I mean, to more or less keep strengthening the point and identifying with who I really am. It's not that I'm trying this, I'm doing this.
You're doing it. I love that perspective because it's the truth. I'm not trying, you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
You have to make it happen.
And you have to have that self-confidence because many
Agreed.
people already out here to doubt you, so you don't want to be another doubter of yourself.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
I like that aspect is that I'm not trying this thing, I'm doing it. I'm
Yeah, we're
making
doing
it happen.
And a lot of people need to realize that within themselves as well.
Correct.
Whatever they're at right now, at this point in time, they might feel that they're trying something, but really and truly they're getting up every day and they're doing this thing. So then you could sit and put some maths to that and see, well, right, I'm doing it like this. What's another step up? What's another step up? What's another step up? And then you get to
That's a beautiful perspective, and it's important to understand the gratitude and the value. You know, you talk about prayer.
Yeah.
You talk about the first thing that you do is that you connect with God. You recognize that there is a God, and you if you don't, you feel that void. I am like that. Something is wrong. So the first thing I thank God. I think for many of us, we look at the negative rather than the positive. And if we look at the positive or and we're full of gratitude for that, and we in that thinking, life is different because we make things happen because of the positive thinking rather than the negative. So a lot of people see things in the negative rather than the positive. A lot of people look at the problems rather than the gifts that they've got, or the gifts or the blessings that they've got. And I like that thinking as a young man. And I think I also believe that's part of your success. I think it's about your attitude, it's about your thoughts, it's about how you think positively. You think in the now.
And like, I enjoy the positives, but I actually also enjoy the negatives.
Yeah.
Because it's life. it's life, yeah? And I can't just sit and just wish a lot of positive things happen to me every single second of every single day, every month, every year. It's a balance, as you were saying from before. So, yes, the negative things happen many a time.
Of course.
But I choose to embrace the negative to the point where I embrace it so much that there's nothing left for me to feel negative about that. The only thing left to do is have like a solution or somewhere forward that brings a positive out of it.
Nice.
So once you embrace it and you understand that this thing is here, you know, ain't nothing to be scared about anymore. Now we become solution oriented, which leads us towards the positivity. And then it takes steps to getting to the solution, which brings a positive outcome out of the negative, which teaches you a lesson. So it's all about learning, and it's all about balancing.
You are absolutely correct. I think you've got the formula very correct, very right. And you're right. Even in the negative, I was saying that in a meeting this morning, even in the negative, even in the things within the middle of the storm or the challenges, if we take control by the way we deal with it, like you say, you look for the solution rather be ruffled or rather allow it to get the better of us. You know, we're human, of course. We can't run from that, and we don't live in a bubble, right?
And nobody's perfect.
Exactly, but the point is, it's about how we deal with that. And if you look at that and you say, well, even in that bad, even in that challenge, even in that storm, the good is I'm wiser, I'm stronger, and I'm a better person, and learn from it.
Yeah, I learned from it.
And that's that.
As they say these days, a L. You know, you have to take the L. A L is a loss. We just say a L is a loss, a L is a lesson.
Yeah,
you
absolutely
have
correct.
to learn from these things. And it feels so much better when you overcome the negative.
Oh, yeah.
And you look back at it and you realize, all right, whatever comes again, I'm not going to let it faze me.
I can
just
handle
overcame
that.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to overcome this.
You're absolutely correct. I think your message today is so powerful as a young man. I like your attitude and how positive you think, but you're also very real.
Have to be.
And in life, you have to be real. You have to be real. Yeah.
You know,
we don't
accept all that comes with life.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely
Be
correct.
real. Yeah.
Be prepared. That's what it's about. I'm in conversation with this son of the soil, Rion Elborn. He is an artist, a songwriter, and so much more. But I think his message today is so proud. You know, I feel very proud to sit with such a dynamic young person when it comes to his thinking and his attitude, because if we adapt, if we take away some pages from his book and apply it to ours, I think we'll understand the balance of life and we'll understand what is success and what is not. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation. Stay with us.
Macon Construction Company Limited. Save big whilst building stronger. We build with our Macon innovative building systems, which provides high wind speed, earthquake, sea blast and fire resistance, is thermally and acoustically insulated, provides improved construction timelines and cost savings. We provide construction services from design to finish and everything in between. Macon Construction Company Limited. Building green today with tomorrow's technology. Contact or visit us today.
In every moment of silence, there is His presence. In every act of kindness, there is His teaching. Sai Darshan, a devotional journey into the life and wisdom of Sri Satya Sai Baba. Discover stories of faith, lessons of compassion, and the light of divine inspiration, guiding us towards peace, service, and inner joy. We invite you to join us every Sunday at 5 p.m. for Sai Darshan, where hearts awaken and souls find their way home, right here on Real TV.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. Today I'm in conversation with an artist, a songwriter, a son of the soil, who I'm sure will take us to international standards and, you know, make us very proud indeed. I'm speaking of no other than Rion Elborn, and welcome back. I want to talk a little bit about your teaching now.
Okay.
Because you teach as well.
Yeah.
You know, tell us a little bit about that aspect of your life.
Okay, so you know, growing up, I never really had many people to like teach me and show me what I would have deemed important to me.
Yeah.
Just basic general knowledge, information of how to go about the life or whatever. Over the period of my career, I've learned so much that I feel is very necessary to give back. Yeah, so in whatever way, shape, form that I could do that and make that possible, I try to make that happen. So I'm always in the communities, always there with the kids. If there's a new artist as well that wants to figure out and understand how the thing go, I just kind of just teach them as much as I have learned. But I have also started to work in the youth training camp, YTRC. And that is with Nicholas Khan. Okay. Right, he is a very good friend of mine.
Right.
Formerly incarcerated. He's back outside and reintegrated himself into the society right now. But he is one of Trinidad's national service influencers, as I was as well with the previous administration and Ministry of Youth and National Service.
Okay.
And there we would have went to many schools.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of secondary schools, and we would have interacted with the students. And then, like from there, Nicholas decided we should go and get into YTC.
Yeah.
And provide a service for, you know, the residents there.
You know, I could see you being a mentor.
Yeah.
I could see you doing that based on our conversation and the way you think and the things that the choices you've made with your life thus far. You go into the secondary schools, you do. I mean, today we're talking, today's Children's International Day. And as I said earlier on, children should be children.
Yeah.
And they should be loved and treated as children and not adults.
Most definitely.
But we're also seeing in the school system where our children are misbehaving.
Yeah.
They're behaving in a very barbaric way.
Yeah.
Their anger,
Yeah.
the rage.
Yeah.
When you look at those videos, you can't help but what would make this child so angry to behave, or these children to behave like this? The words that spitting out of their mouth, the profanity, like they know every cuss word in the dictionary or cussing. You follow what I'm saying?
I understand.
And the behavior, it's not just fighting, and it's coughing, it's pulling, it's hitting in the head, it's in the face. You're aiming to kill or damage. That's what I see.
Yeah.
And it's alarming. Imagine we are at a place where police officers are in schools.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, a lot of the times, I think we need to observe the kids. We need to really be there with the kids one-on-one. Because no two kids are the same.
Right.
All right. A lot of these children would have faced many different things growing up in the adolescent years.
Yeah.
To reach to the stage where they want to claim that independence and show their strength and this whatever. But sometimes the system of how the way the school system is set up in itself, it doesn't really get to take this one child and deal with this child, and take this child and deal with this child. We deal with them holistically, all together as one. Sometimes that doesn't really work for the individuals. So I remember a friend of mine, she couldn't stop talking in class. Really couldn't stop talking. Not because she was trying to be disrespectful or anything, but this is the type of personality that she had. Yeah. And because of that, she'd get in a lot of trouble. Just because she was very talkative, but she was very entertaining.
Yeah.
That aspect of her would have been shut down in school. She'd get in trouble for it. She would have to write lines. She would be put away from her friends so that they'd have nobody she could talk to and that kind of stuff. Lo and behold, years later, after leaving secondary school, she became a radio announcer. Where she was able to use her voice and just go on and speak about all these topics and share and be the entertaining person that she. So I'm saying that if we could identify the strengths and the weaknesses of the kids and also get to understand where they are coming from, because they are not like babies, they are young adults who understand where they might want to go. And if we don't have these discussions with them, these ones who fighting and coughing and kicking, they might do good in an MMA class. Maybe they just need to expel the energy in a different way. I would say singing and songwriting. I'm a human being. I don't get up every day and just write a positive song. I feel different emotions too. So then I write and I have an outlet to get it out as well.
Yeah.
Right? Sports is a good outlet to get it out as well. Drawing, the creative sector.
Extracurricular activities.
I think the creative sector needs to be, involved with the kids a little more, because
dance, music, sports.
Definitely, because the academics is not for everyone. I have never really been very academically inclined, but I am very smart when it comes to what I like. So I tend to learn more in that direction. May
I say this, based on our conversation? Your dad wasn't around, so you didn't have a male figure in your life. Your mom was in and out trying to make a better life.
Definitely.
She was a single parent.
Still outside.
So, right, making the sacrifices for her kids, but it was her choice at the end of the day.
Yes.
And so you've turned out pretty well.
I appreciate
that. In
the
sense that you were not influenced into negative things. Rather, you got out there at a young age You went and planned garden.
Yeah.
You walk with a suitcase of Avon products or products to sell. You were always doing something that was positive to help earn a dollar or to make you into the man that you are today.
Yeah.
So what is it that sets you apart from the negativity? Because you felt, you grew up with, you understand the point I'm trying to
definitely.
make. What was it that sets you apart to be the person that you are, to think the way that you think, to choose right over wrong?
Yeah.
Because you've been there, done that.
Yeah. And I
In the
would-
sense of you didn't have, I'm saying it because based on what you've said to me, you didn't have the parents there to push you. But what was it? What is the factor that brought you to be or molded you to be the person that you are today that I feel very proud of?
More or less, I don't think I'd ever really had a point in time where I didn't really believe in myself, you know.
But who was it that instilled that? Or what was it? Was it God?
It's traumas. It's traumas.
So you took every
It's me
negative.
not growing up with my father, wanting to be a young man in my own kid's life. And in order to do that, I'd have to be successful. I'd have to find a career that I'm comfortable with. I'd have to be able to have a house to house my wife and my kids. I'd need to be the main breadwinner. I'd also have to make sure that we could also enjoy our lives. And I'd have to be in everyone's life as well. How could I get to that goal? So even from being a young child, as I say, it's trauma. Even I didn't recognize it was trauma. Me fighting so hard not to be like my father. Fighting to be the opposite of it. So that there were many negative influences around me. But if I get trapped in that, then I might not be able to be in my kid's life. I might not be able to accomplish the things. So yeah, I would have dabbled in so many things in life, but it always felt like that's not for me. That's not aligned with the goal. It's not aligned with the plan. The circle of people is not your circle of people. Go out there, network, find birds of a feather, become that thing that you know you always wanted to be.
You talked to us about prayer. Who was it that taught you to pray?
I don't know. From a young age, through the same way, my grandparents were always involved in prayer. I guess I wasn't really too, church going and thing all back in the day. But it comes a point in time in life where not everybody always around, and not everybody there for you, and you gotta realize more or less everybody out here for themselves. Yeah? How can I stand on my own as a human being? I still need a level of grounding. I still need a level of foundation. I still need to have somebody that I could talk to that won't judge me. And I guess like within, the ups and downs of life, and just praying a little bit, I started to realize, hey, God is good. God is here for me. So I guess more and more that relationship with the Father has gotten stronger, and I depend on it so much more as a main pillar in my life, So it's just a relationship. No one really had to teach me. I guess the Father himself started to teach me, like, listen, you do this for me today, I'll do this for you tomorrow.
You believe in miracles?
Yeah, I believe the Father. I'm just a messenger. I sometimes don't come up with the words just come straight to my head. Maybe sometimes I just have to go out there and spread positivity, spread a good message, do that for the Father, and then in return he say, no, I'll bless you today as well. And that's how we kind of work things out till we get to the next day. And good morning, Father. Thankful for the gift of life. I really want to know, I wanted to show me today what it is you want me to do for you today. You know what I mean? So that I could make your world a better place, make your world a stronger place. I'll go out there and I'll do that. Just bless me while I'm out there as well. And I'm there to take the negativity as well, because it's all your plan. And I'm not really scared of any of that at all. You bring what you have to bring my way, because I know you give me the capability to deal with it all. So I'm going to get you this day, and I'll talk to you again tonight and in the morning.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So moving. So inspiring. This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa, in conversation with Rion L. Bourne, a son of the soil. He's a songwriter and a musician, singer, and so much more, wearing so many different hats. One of those that are just born to influence, born to shine, and born to transform lives. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
I am Avinash Singh, former Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. I will be hosting the next Harvest, a forward-looking agricultural TV series exploring innovation, resilience, and opportunity across the Caribbean farming landscape. Join me right here on Real TV every Wednesday at 9 a.m. with repeats. See you soon.
Hello, I am Astrid Morillo, Mrs. Congeniality, a bilingual Venezuelan living in Trinidad. I invite you to join me for an exciting new program, La Voz Latina, where we will highlight the achievements, challenges, businesses, and culture of the Latin community in Trinidad and Tobago, including the food, music, talents, immigration experiences, and more. Join me every Saturday and Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. for conversations that celebrate our voices, our stories, and our community. Coming soon to Real TV.
When security matters most, choose Catch Security Services Limited. We are proudly approved by the Ministry of Homeland Security. We protect your home, business, community, and much more. Our services include professional baton and armed officers, specialized K-9 units, mobile patrols, secure cash pickups, secure transport, and pepper spray applications and supply coming soon. Don't wait. Secure your assets now. Contact Catch Security today. Call 622-6601, email info@cssl-tt.com, or visit our office at 30-32 Saddle Road, Maraval.
Welcome back to all of our local, regional and international viewers. Thank you so much for choosing us. You are viewing Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa. I'm Zelisa, and I'm in conversation with Rion L. Bourne, a true son of this soil, and I'm so enjoying this conversation. There's so much that we could learn from people, and it's just about looking at things in a different perspective, thinking outside of the box and being real as you could be, you know, not living in a bubble or hiding things under the carpet. You know, I want to go back a little bit because I think you've got I truly believe you are a hero. And I truly believe that our children have the wrong heroes. And if we have people like you in our communities that taste success in life, that understand, been there, done that, know the know-how. You have the formula for success. You have the formula for making things right. You have the formula for thinking in a positive way. You are the ones that could really transform our children. And making sure that our children have the right heroes in our communities so that they're not influenced or attracted to negativity or negative people that influence them in a wrong way. In terms of your teaching and you going out there and you have, you know, you talk to them one-on-one, you can also identify, because like I always say, yes, theory is good. But practical is even better. Hands-on. You know, that's how you learn. You want to cook, then you have to cook. Get the ingredients yourself, season it yourself, and cook it yourself.
Try it, however it come out, you're going to know what to do.
Yeah, you want to swim, get in the pool, get in and swim.
Right.
You want to ride a bike, get on the bike and ride.
Definitely.
So it's hands-on. What do you say? I want to narrow down on today because you also deal with a lot of children in the communities and things like that. You've already identified that children have their strengths and they have their weaknesses.
Yeah.
You've identified that they are who they are because of the influences in the communities, in their own environment. We don't know if they left a mother and father cussing in the morning to go to school.
Exactly.
We don't know if last night they never slept because all night they were hearing a father beating a mother.
Yeah.
We don't know if a mother was outlining, because there are mothers that don't take their rules seriously.
Yeah.
You linemen, you wherever, and your kids left alone home with the bigger ones. We don't know. So they are lashing out. They are being rebellious and they are venting.
Yeah.
What do you think is the solution? I mean, based on the experience that you've had over the years, and I think it's just getting from bad to worse.
Yeah.
I think also, I'm not saying that we didn't have children who were bad and delinquent and doing bad things before, but because of social media, we see more of it, we hear more of it.
Yeah.
And so it's highlighted. But what do you really think when we talk about our children and saving our children and letting children be children? What do you think should be the solutions that we should look for?
That's a bit of it right there. Just letting the kids be kids. Because sometimes we tend to be so strict based on what we might have learned growing up and the environments that we were in and how we were treated and what made us become a success. That we think that we could imply these same things to these brand new individuals experiencing life in a brand new time zone, you know what I mean? And this now that we live in is not the yesteryear that was when we were growing up.
Correct.
So if we could talk to them and really find out where they're coming from, because as I say, a lot of these energies that these kids are giving off is because they don't have any other direction to put the energies into, so the outburst is coming out in so many different ways that's not really necessarily carrying them in a direction of any sort of positivity or any sort of figuring out themselves. It sometimes gets them into so much more trouble. But we need them to we need the kids to identify. We have to give the kids the opportunity to identify what they like, not what we like for them, what they like.
That's so important.
And when we figure out what they like, we mold, we nurture, we get hands-on with them, we learn as well from them, they learn a lot from us, and we help carry them in the direction of something that they might actually want to do, instead of more or less just giving them things that is not computing with them, it's not making sense to them. They're getting up in a routine every day and doing it. It's frustrating. As a young individual who's growing up with all this energy, you have your whole environment that is changing the way you're thinking. Sometimes the parents not around. When the parents not listening to what the kids have to say, they'll go out there and listen to the other friends and them and listen to the people who want to carry them in whatever direction. Like, we have to have an open ear for the kids all the time, and they will get to understand them better and help them figure out stuff due to our own experience of how we went through life. You know, it might be a little different now, but we can make a compromise here and there to make sure, well, you're comfortable and I'm comfortable with what's going on between us.
You're absolutely correct. I think sometimes we're so caught up in being a parent and wanting what is best for them that we neglect to remember we were once there. We were once children.
Definitely.
We were once children, and we did.
We would have won the opportunity to express the things that we like and go chasing behind it or whatever, and then they say, nah, you just be a police, or you just be a lawyer, or you just be a this, you be a that. I fortunately and unfortunately didn't really have my parents around me, but I chose to look at the things that I like for myself, even if people wasn't.
Well, the thing is, you had the willpower to do it. There are others that we have 5 fingers, none are the same. So you had that force and that desire within yourself for betterment, you know, for growth. You got up and you made things happen. You didn't sit idly by and look for sad stories and say, well, my father not around, my mother gone away, I've nobody. You got up and you made things happen. I mean, you really found the right formula.
Well, Then too, as I say with Robin Foster, he was one of the individuals who wouldn't just sit and say, do this or do that. He'd ask me. And because of how he dealt with me, that's how I more or less deal with the youths now.
Yeah.
Because we come from board house and natural, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
still was able to make something of ourselves.
Yeah.
So now, as I say, like even when we go to the schools, sometimes the kids don't want to talk to the policeman and the fireman, but they want to talk to the artist.
Yeah.
You understand? Or
Because
the
they
musician.
relate.
They relate.
They relate.
You understand now? So then now we realize a lot of the conversation might be happening around my table. A lot of the excitement is happening around my table. Really and truly because we give them the opportunity to talk. I'd sit at the table and just listen. And then when a question is asked,
You've said
I'll answer.
something that's profound and you're correct. And that is, you listen.
I listen.
A lot of people hear, but they don't listen.
Exactly. You know, and a lot of people go with their own agenda when they go to the kids.
Yeah.
So at the end of the conversation, the kid have to understand this. But what did you understand from the child? Because you went in there with, all right, at the end of this conversation, I need them to understand this.
Yeah.
What did you learn from the child? Did
Yeah.
you sit and did you listen? And did you learn something from the child that could help you deal with the kid better?
Yeah.
Instead of just enforcing your agenda. You know what I mean? The kids of today are not little slaves that we could just whip and mold and this and that. No. If we grow with them, they would grow with us from strength to strength. We could teach them everything that we have learned. They could come up in this world that they're living in now with the knowledge of yesteryear, but this time that they're living in as well. And they could be stronger and they could be better and they could achieve their goals and they could see their dreams and you know what I mean? And they could feel better about themselves and feel like they're not wasting their time on this one degree here when really and truly I just like to cook. I like to do hair, I like to do nails, you know what I mean? This thing not taking me 5, 10 years or whatever, like maybe I could do that school, but I'm still gonna have a side job on the side where I'm doing this here and I'm doing this
Have a
nails,
backup
I'm doing
plan.
this. I have a backup plan. And I actually love that thing, that's my backup plan.
You know, I'm going to put you on the spot to sing a little 2 lines for our children.
Yeah,
Just
I
a little
know,
something
see?
before we wrap.
Well, for the children, they want to tell them. So one thing me I pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. The system matter, so them set it. Children better get up and I get together. You them a dream. Yeah, man.
Oh, I want to really thank you for taking time off of your busy schedule to spend some time with us here on Conversations.
Well, that's no problem.
And I today would have learned from you. And I am most certain that our viewers near and far would have been very pleased to look at a son of the soil doing so exceptionally well, sending such deep messages. And I trust and hope as parents and as guardians and as adults, we can take away a couple pages from your life in your book and apply it so that we too can find the right formula for our youth today who are our leaders tomorrow.
Definitely.
May God bless you.
And you.
And whatever you do, in all of your endeavors, may you shine, may you be that bright light, and may you continue to inspire with
Thank
all
you
of
so
God's
much.
choicest blessings.
So positive.
And I'm sure we'll see you again on Conversations.
Oh, that's no problem. Just call me anytime.
Great.
I'm right around the corner, you know.
Looking forward to that. God
Yeah.
bless. Take care.
Yes, sir.
This is where we're going to wrap things up for today. I want to remind you, you know, we have the power within ourselves to make better choices for better tomorrow. You know, let's try to not just hear our children, but to listen to them and have conversations. Smile with them, play with them, find out what their strengths are. And I also want to remind you that with God, all things are possible. Be good law-abiding citizens and be the examples we expect our children to be. You know, the apple will not fall far from the tree. So we at all times must be mindful of what we say, how we say it, how we behave, you know, how we act. The choices that we make will certainly determine our tomorrows and the tomorrows of our children as well. Keep smiling, be positive, and always know the best is yet to come. Thank you so much for choosing us here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. I am Zelisa Rupani. See you tomorrow. Be safe, stick and stay with us. Real TV.